What up, YouTube? My name is Devin, and welcome to Proof 101. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Negroni. If you like what you see and you want to learn more drink recipes, please subscribe to Proof, where we'll be doing all kinds of content like this, as well as other stuff. Let's get down to it. The Negroni is a phenomenal beverage and one of those wonderful 1-to-1-to-1 ratio drinks that allows you to do all kinds of fun riffing. In this case, it's 1 part sweet vermouth, 1 part gin, and 1 part Campari in its traditional form. In its non-traditional form, I've substituted gin for mezcal, I've substituted Campari for Montenegro or Chinar, all kinds of fun things that you can do and make it your very own. In fact, this past week, Imbibe, a wonderful magazine all about all drinkable things, they put on a Negroni week where bars all over the United States participated and came up with their own version of the Negroni. So I actually had this really wonderful beet juice infused wild thing. It basically tasted like I was drinking a garden, but it was also a Negroni. So let's get into it. It's a relatively simple drink. What you're going to need to make it is going to be gin, Campari, sweet vermouth, an orange for garnish, and of course, ice for mixing and for serving on top of. For tools, you're going to need a mixing glass, a bar spoon, something to measure in, a Hawthorne strainer if you feel so inclined, and a vegetable peeler or a knife for getting that orange peel. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is just take that mixing glass and you're going to drop an ice cube or multiple ice cubes into it. We're going to measure out, again, 1-to-1-to-1, so we'll just start off real quick. 1 ounce of Campari, nice and easy. And, you know, this is just one of those drinks. It's very refreshing for the summertime, but it's also great in the winter. I found that in substituting out the gin for whiskey, particularly bourbon, just takes it to this really interesting Thanksgiving kind of feel. I feel like you could have it with apple pie. It's very American, very fun. As I was saying, 1 ounce of gin, put that in there, and now we're gonna do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And today I am using Carpano Antica, which I find to be really just one of the best sweet vermouths that you can buy. Another one that I really like for this type of drink is Punta Mess. So anyway, 1 ounce of the sweet vermouth, and we're gonna put that in there. Great. We're gonna stir that up, and I'm gonna just use my bar spoon to do that. I wish I had some Italian music right now, like. All right, we're gonna give that a taste. Balanced, sweet, bitter, all the things. It's very wonderful. Great. I forgot a glass, so I'm going to need a glass to magically appear in my hand. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So you're gonna take 1 large ice cube and go ahead and put that in your glass. I also recommend, for optimal drinking conditions, storing the glass you're gonna serve this in the freezer. It doesn't have to be an old-fashioned glass. That's why I didn't list it in the equipment for this drink, but I do prefer an old-fashioned glass and 1 large ice cube. So cool, and we're gonna just strain that mix out over our large ice cube in our old-fashioned glass. All right, and we're almost there. All we need to do now is take that orange I mentioned earlier, and we're gonna start at the top with a vegetable peeler, in my case, or if you decide to use a knife, and you're just gonna take it all the way down, make a nice large peel. We're gonna do something very similar to what we would do with like an old-fashioned or anything like that, and we're gonna just twist it on top. Give it a nice little twisty-do. That's what I call it when I twist oranges or something. I don't know. All right, and I'm a twisty-do, and I'm gonna just wrap it around the top of the drink, drop it right in, and that is all it takes to make a Negroni at home. And to do a little taste test and to make sure that my work is valid, I'm gonna invite to the frame here my co-host and partner in crime, Andrea.
Okay, it smells good.
I think we should both have drinks. We need to figure this out for next time. I want a drink right now.
Right, let's drink together. I'll drink it, and then you'll drink it, and we'll react to it.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
It's really nice.
No, it's terrible. What are you talking about?
It is awful. One of the worst drinks I've ever had. Don't make it.
Don't ever try it. It's terrible.
JK.
Just kidding.
No, it's very, very good. I would like to hear your opinion as a not Negroni beverage drinker.
Well, yeah, I guess this is like the second time I've tried a Negroni ever. So, my opinion, I don't know. I don't feel like it's that bitter. I actually feel like it's pretty, like it has a good amount of sweetness, which I don't know. I like the sweetness, so.
Yeah, so the interesting thing too is, as I mentioned, you can substitute out the Campari for all kinds of things.
I think it really balances out, you know, the rest of the alcohol. Like, I don't know, it just makes it very drinkable.
And the other thing to consider too is that the sweet vermouth is like a glue. Vermouth is never going to be like a super forward flavor in a drink.
Yeah.
Vermouth always serves as sort of a glue between a really, really sharp alcohol, something a little more herbaceous, and then that sweet vermouth kind of just ties it all together and adds like that little bit of sweetness that keeps the glue together. Anyway, well, that's the Negroni.
It's very drinkable and very simple.
It's very drinkable, very simple, and the best part about it is you can make it your own. You can riff, and you can do all kinds of fun things. It's a little bit like a jazz tune, or an Italian jazz tune. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining us for this episode of Proof 101. We'll catch you next time, and cheers.